After being denied for promotion, overworked, underpaid, and forced to move back home in my mother's basement, I found myself at the lowest point in my life. That was the moment I quit. Hey, woman on a mission. Welcome to the Pretty Passionate podcast. I'm your host, CEO and founder, Cara Sherice. Pretty Passionate is a personal development destination and lifestyle brand dedicated to helping women become passionate, purpose-driven entrepreneurs, living fearlessly in their authentic, God-given power. On this podcast, expect conversations that speak to your soul, address your fears, and guide you with strategies into an unstoppable journey of stepping into the powerhouse you were born to be. It's more than doing business here. We talk about doing life. Let's get into it. Hey, woman on a mission. Woo, man, what a journey it's been to get this podcast out to you amazing ladies. In the last 2 months of my life, there has been some major shifts. And if you follow me on Instagram at Cara Sherice, then you know I have been talking a lot about shifts. I now live in a new state, a new city, a new apartment, driving a brand new car, and so many other new things that are happening in my life right now. It has all seemed like one big roller coaster ride, scary at times and fun at others. So I'm glad to be taking you guys along for the fun, the challenges, the lessons, and most importantly, the work. But before we dive into all of that stuff, I really wanted to pull you guys into my backstory so that we get to know each other a little bit more before taking this journey. So I have a question for you. Have you ever done something so courageous, something so brave and so liberating all at the same time? And then after you did it, you looked back and you couldn't even believe that that was you in action. For me, as I think over my life up until this point, there are two things that come to mind. The first one is the time I jumped out of a plane. Yes, I went skydiving. And the second one is the time I said I quit. On September 6, 2019, I quit. I walked away from my full-time dream career to commit myself 100% to my full-time dream life. Have you ever felt like something was calling you to do more with your life? Felt like what you are currently doing right now just couldn't be all you're meant to do, and that there has to be more to life to experience? Well, that's exactly how I felt. Now, don't get me wrong, I was working in my dream career. And also, I was trying to run a business. I had newly started Pretty Passionate, so I was trying to balance this 9 to 5, also running a career, also starting a business. But I felt a tug in my spirit that in that season, my Pretty Passionate brand needed more of my attention. I felt a calling that encouraged me to be brave and do something radical that would start a ripple effect that will forever change the outcome of my life and the people around me. I can't lie though, I was extremely nervous on the weeks leading up to finally making my decision. But when I did, I knew deep down in my heart and in my gut that this was the right decision I could have ever made for myself. So just to give you a little background, my area of expertise, specifically with my brand Pretty Passionate, is helping purpose-driven women start businesses. But I do it in a very unique way. The focus around everything I do is to create a business and a lifestyle where you're not only successful, but you are also fulfilled. I help women who are aspiring entrepreneurs do the groundwork to start a business, and that's the self-work. Things like overcoming your fear to take action, move past self-doubt and false beliefs, gain more clarity so you know exactly where to start, and create unstoppable momentum so they can take action. And I'm talking about massive action. And I do this with two main things: the Pretty Passionate Insider Network and the Elite Program. Now, what led me here to doing this work is because I was once that woman. I was looking for my passion, I was looking for my purpose, and I was wanting one day to have my own business, wanting to one day work full time in my business, wanting to overcome the fear, the lack of confidence, to get unstuck, okay, and understand what was my next step in all of this. And most importantly, I was feeling all alone, thinking, am I the only one feeling this way? And so feeling like, I could do so much more. I can show up in this world in a bigger way, and I can become the woman I know I was born to be. So my story starts out as a young girl with a dream to work in the publishing industry. Yes, I was a young girl in a pink bedroom, flipping through magazines, excited about stomping up and down Fifth Ave in New York City. I made that dream a reality for myself because I was so obsessed with it growing up. And upon my first year in the industry as an intern, I started to see people who truly loved what they were doing. And they lived life in a very rich and exciting way. For the first time, I was able to see people who didn't work to only survive, but who worked to thrive in both life and business. They had a certain energy about them, and I could see that they truly felt free. They were not only financially stable, but they also enjoyed life and were able to fully express themselves and their creativity. They walked around with a sense of confidence in their ideas and, just seemed alive. I saw people truly living. And I was like, listen, whatever it is they got, I have to get it. I knew it was more than just working hard and hoping for the best. So I began my quest in my early 20s. My personal development journey, I began asking questions. I began uncovering, challenging the status quo, and looking for the secret sauce. I spent the last decade of my life in media and entertainment, where I created a very rich career for myself in integrated marketing and advertising. I spent the last 10 years working for major media outlet companies such as The Source Magazine, OK Magazine, 17, Complex Magazine, iHeartRadio, and most recently Essence, where I held the title as Associate Director of Integrated Marketing. And over my 10 years, I worked with some really powerhouse brands to create impactful marketing campaigns, such as State Farm, L'Oreal Paris, Nike, Ulta Beauty, Shea Moisture, Coca-Cola, luxury brands like Gucci, and so many others, helping them earn collectively millions of dollars monetizing their story and taking strategic action through execution of marketing campaigns. And I got the amazing opportunity to do some really impactful work for the next generation. I was able to collaborate with some powerhouse personalities in the industry, create dynamic content, be featured in dynamic content. I was able to travel and really live out a dream I had as a young girl in my pink bedroom in Irvington, New Jersey. Shout out to Irvington, New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey, period, okay? But it wasn't always that easy. I remember being mid-level in my marketing career, right? And being the only Black woman at a table on a marketing team of 30 people. And I remember bawling my eyes out on the phone one night with my dad. I'll never forget it. I remember telling him, this just isn't for me. Maybe I should look into doing something different. Because the pressure of being Black, of being a woman, and being a millennial was weighing heavy on me as I tried to perform in this white man's corporate world. I remember crying to my dad and telling him, this just isn't my passion. I'm passionate about it, but I don't know. I feel that there's something else. I remember waking up that Sunday after crying to my dad and, just being filled with anxiety because the thought of going back to work on Monday made me sick. That following year, I made an attempt to get my spark back. So I started a new job, thinking a new job was the answer to my problem, to only be hit with the same feeling yet again 2 years later. After being denied for a promotion, overworked, underpaid, and forced to move back home in my mother's basement, I found myself at the lowest point in my life. That was the moment I quit. I had my dream job that I used to love, but I no longer loved it. I was tired of trading my freedom for a paycheck. I was tired of limits to how much money I could make because someone else had to deem me worthy of a promotion. I was tired of doing a job I was good at, but no longer felt connected to. In that moment, I needed more than a dream job, okay? I felt a pull to create my dream life. There was something in me screaming to do more, to be more, and fully walk in the woman I was made to be. So I quit. I quit doubting my greatness and decided to take back my freedom and uncover my true purpose here on this earth. My first attempted business launch was a flop, okay? I had no idea, right? I had an idea, but I lacked the confidence to carry out that idea. I was limited by my own fears, and as a result, I didn't share my business. I didn't talk about it much. Then, that following year, I was promoted to Associate Director of Integrated Marketing at my dream media company, and simultaneously trying to run and launch a new business without a clear strategy, and that quickly turned into burnout for me, leading me to lose all of my motivation and my momentum. This is when I discovered the LEAP method. This method is what I now take a lot of my students and clients through in the LEAP program, which you can find out more about at PrettiPassionate.com. But I help them move past their own limitations and create a clear strategy to launch a purpose-driven business. Discovering this method was the moment my life changed forever. Because after following this method, I began to see a transformation into the confident, purpose-driven entrepreneur that you see and hear today. I made a declaration on October 2018, full of fear, uncertainty, confusion, doubt, and everything else under the sun. And in September 2019, just a little short of a year, I took my leap. But this time, I was full of courage. I had absolute peace about it. Unwavering faith, boldness, strength. I was passionate, purposeful. I had undeniable confidence, power, and I was determined to move mountains. Since then, I've developed a business with over 8 streams of income, and I've helped women around the world in their own journey of personal development, faith, and purpose. And this is just one example of what can happen when you have the courage to say, I quit. I quit working just to survive. I quit sleeping on my gifts, okay? I quit sleeping on myself. I quit stifling my potential, and I quit doubting my greatness. And so I want to share with you 3 things that you can do right now to say you quit and begin betting on yourself. The first thing is you can embrace your inner powerhouse, because you know what? She's there. So love who you are and all of who you are. You have the skill and you have the knowledge, sis. You have everything you need to get started. The second thing that you can do is take the first right step. So instead of wasting precious time trying to figure out all of the details for your next move, just take the next step. The answers will begin to reveal themselves through the doing, not through just thinking. And then the last thing I want to share with you that you can do right now to quit and begin betting on yourself is do your best wherever you are in this journey. If you want to get to the victory and the dream, just keep doing the best you can in each moment. There's no right or wrong. There's only wins and lessons learned. And guess what? They both help you get to the destination. So before we wrap up today, I want you to repeat after me. I am choosing to go higher. I am choosing to go after everything that's mine. I am choosing life over fear. I am choosing me. You know, one of the best decisions I've made in my life thus far, hands down, was making the decision to choose me and to choose purpose, which led me to becoming my own boss. And I want that for you. I know it takes time, and I know you have to get uncomfortable, and it takes a great amount of patience. But believe me, if you quit everything else and you start choosing you today, you will find yourself with a business that you love, one that aligns with who you really are, gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment, and allows you to live a life you've always dreamed of. And you know what? I love a good resource, okay? Because I want to help you take action. I don't want to just get you pumped up and get you excited. I also want to give you the tools to make it happen. So if you're ready to say I quit, then download my free How to Become a Passionate, Purpose-Driven Entrepreneur checklist so you can click the link and get instant access. Alrighty, and I will see you next week. Hey beauty, thank you for listening to today's episode of the Pretty Passionate podcast. If you feel like this episode has helped you in any way, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. If you think it can be valuable to another woman on a mission, don't be selfish, share this episode with her. And you can head over to our website, PrettiPassionate.com, and learn more about our powerful community of other women just like you. Find out about our 8-week leap program and shop Pretty Passionate apparel and lifestyle items. You can follow at Live Pretty Passionate on Instagram and Facebook, and follow me, your host, at Cara Sherice. This is your weekly reminder that you got this. I'll connect with you in the next episode. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Mwah.